welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you don't already know, I am Miya Jha, and I'm an intuitive reader here on YouTube. So, Divine Feminine, today I wanted to do a reading for you all, and I really had to meditate, you know, what would be some valuable information for Divine Feminine at this time. And I sat with it for a minute, a good little minute, and it came to me that at this time, Divine Feminine needs to know what energies to be aware of, and possibly, you know, energies just to watch out for or steer clear of at this time. So, Divine Feminine, I tried to record this video twice. So this is attempt number 3. So third time is a charm, is what they say. But we're not going to stop anything from getting this message out at this time, Divine Feminine. So I already pre-shuffled all the cards, and I was starting the reading with the Intuitive Life Coach Oracle deck when, you know, like I said, this is my third time trying to record. I didn't even get to, I barely got to start with the first card before it just, you know, went. So I'm going to give you what you need to hear at this time, Divine Feminine. So the first card that came out is the Intuition card, and it says you are learning to embrace and trust your inner knowing. So Divine Feminine, with this card, with this Intuition card coming out, with the question in mind of what energies you need to be looking out for, not only one should be you be trusting your intuition at this time and trusting that inner knowing that you have, but this could also be a warning for somebody that, you know, this could be potentially a romantic partner or somebody else close to you in your life, or this could be just other situations. It don't have to just be close. Like, these could be also people in the workplace, like people who you are interacting with. But this could be a person or people in your life who are gaslighting you. Like, you could have you could just have this strong knowing, this, you know, that's your intuition telling you, you know, one thing, and then this person is telling you another. So Divine Feminine, trust your intuition, especially when you know this is something you just can't shake. You could be going back and forth with yourself about it. You could potentially feel like you're going crazy, like, you know, because your mind, your intuition is telling you one thing, and then, you know, somebody else or something else is telling you another. So this is a time for you to trust your intuition at this time, Divine Feminine, especially when it comes to a romantic relationship. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you just have this strong feeling, and, you know, things are not, you know, some things are just not adding up, or you know, you just keep going back and forth with somebody about the same thing, Divine Feminine, trust your intuition at this time. And it's time to not only trust and nurture your intuition, but nurture yourself at this time as well, Divine Feminine. So you know what you need to do, okay? We have Earth Shifts. It says you are very connected to Mother Earth, and as such, you experience all she does. So Divine Feminine, some of you could be very, I guess we could say empathetic. You can take on the energies of, like, it's really easy for you to take on energies of others around you. Divine Feminine, it's important for you to be aware of this, because, you know, when you're highly sensitive, just being around certain kind of people can either make or break you sometimes, is what I'm saying. And a lot of times it's more on the negative side, Divine Feminine. But this could be like some people around you, just in your immediate environment, where, you know, they're constantly just moving in a negative energy, or they're constantly grumpy or grouchy, or they're constantly just rude, or, you know, just in very low vibrational energy. And it's like, either one, you could be around this energy, and you kind of internalize, you know, how this person is coming off. And it can make you feel down, but also it can, for some of you, can put you in the energy of acting in the same way, even when it comes to being around other people. So Divine Feminine, I think all in all with this card, we could say be careful of the company that you keep. And I know this is not always, possible. Sometimes this could be family. This could be, like I said, family people. Those are just closest to you, or people that you have to work with closely, whether you're in school or, just at work. In general, just be aware of these energies, have your boundaries, and also know that you don't have to just accept or take on whatever, somebody throws at you. I don't know who that one is for, but just be careful of the company you keep and how much of your energy that you're, putting into being around, certain people in certain circumstances, but also draw back, with your boundaries, when it comes to, those situations where you have no other choice but to interact with, these energies. So just be very aware of, even distinguishing your energy and how you're feeling with somebody else's, energy and how they feel. Notice how even, some people could walk in to a space and then suddenly the energy just shifts in the room. Like you can feel it, like even like tension. That's like one of the ones that most people understand. Like, you could just feel tension in a room. So be aware of those energies and know that it's not you and it has nothing to do with you, Divine Feminine. Let's see, we have the Void. It says you may be covering up the emptiness or pain within through an addiction. So Divine Feminine, some of you just need to be aware of, even how you handle pain or how you handle boredom. When it comes to like addictive traits, this could be through eating. I know myself personally, I can eat when I'm like an emotional eater. I can eat when I'm bored. I can eat when I'm happy. I can eat for many reasons, including when I'm hungry. But sometimes I'm just aware, like, oh, I'm not even hungry. I'm just being greedy. Let me stop, But for some of you, this can be other things as well. They can also be just as detrimental to you or your health. So just be aware of these things. Be aware of why you do some of the things that you do. If you notice, I don't know, the fact that I'm telling you, be aware. If you even get to a point where you kind of notice like, oh, I don't need this, or, somebody could be like, it could be like, maybe like a substance, I would say like drinking or CBD, THC, just anything that, fits your fancy. But just notice why you're doing things, or even how often you're doing them, or, are you getting overly dependent on something like, or even sometimes we can become dependent on people. This can be in like relationships where you're like a codependency, but even when you break free from those things, sometimes you try to fill that void, fill that emptiness with something else or somebody else. So Divine Feminine, be aware of that energy, at this time. And if that's something okay with you, nobody's judging here or whatever, but just be aware, because some of you might want to make some kind of changes in your life and you're wondering, or why certain things are not changing for me, or why these things are not getting better. Sometimes these are the kind of things that could be standing in the way of making that change happen. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but that is for you. And then next, Divine Feminine, we have New Door. It says your prayers have been answered and a new door is being held open for you. So wow, Divine Feminine, that's definitely giving positive energy here, positive new beginnings. However, I feel like with this card coming out, this is telling you, Divine Feminine, be aware of the energies that you're holding on to at this time that are not meant, to go into this new beginning with you. Or be aware of even like some of the changes that you would have to make that won't fit the lifestyle or the changes that you're making, because this could be you. This doesn't necessarily have to be other people or situations or whatever. It very well could be, but also this is about being aware of letting go of the old you or who you used to be, or you know what the ways you used to do things, and stepping into this new door. It's about being open to new experiences. It's just a whole new situation, new opportunity. So with that comes like a responsibility of doing things differently as well, like switching up your energy, shifting in the way that you view things or see things, or even just the way that you go about doing certain things. So however that resonates for you at this time, Divine Feminine, I don't feel inclined to pull any more cards from that deck. So we're going to go ahead and hop into tarot for this reading, Divine Feminine, and see what energies are most present for Divine Feminines, for the majority of the Divine Feminines that are tapping in at this time. This is a collective reading, so if the messages don't resonate with you, there could be multiple messages coming through in these readings. I have no control over what comes out, Divine Feminine. But you know, like I say in all my readings, if the reading resonates, you know, good, and if it doesn't, that's okay too, Divine Feminine. But just be aware. Somebody, I don't know, somebody here, I don't know how many of you, but somebody here, be encouraged to do your own readings. Like some of you may already own your own tarot or oracle cards. Learn how to do a reading on yourself, because that's how I kind of started out. When I first started doing readings, I was strictly doing them for myself and my own privacy. It was something I was just always, you know, drawn toward. But it's like when it comes to your truth, it's like when you know the cards and you understand the cards and you know what's coming out, being able to know your own truth and then apply it to your truth. That's the best way before you start watching, you know, other YouTubers on, or other readers, whether that's on like on YouTube or TikTok or, you know, whatever other platform is being used for people to make collective messages, because not every part of the message will resonate. And sometimes the message itself, none of the messages will resonate, or sometimes the whole message will. But it's like being aware of your own truth, you know, in a situation, because when somebody is doing a collective reading, there are so many energies tapping in, you know, it's not going to resonate with everybody. And sometimes it might. It's just, like I said, it might specifically speak to someone. I've had people, you know, reach out to me and say a collective message really spoke to them and it was like 100%. And then there are others who might resonate with some, but not all. And then there are some who don't resonate at all. So it's about knowing your own truth, Divine Feminine, and being able to apply that. And I think that is so important for some of you all, because I remember, you know, back before I really started getting into reading my own doing my own readings, like not reading my own videos. When I started doing my own readings before I started doing videos, I used to just binge watch like other readers on YouTube, and it would be collective messages or whatnot. And it's like I would totally resonate with some of the readers, and I don't want to call nobody out specifically anything at this time based on what I'm about to say now. But it's like it gets to a point where you have to break free from watching collective readings, like in a bunch of them, because it's I don't know how to explain it. It's just like knowing when to let go, but also, like I said, it's important to do your own readings so you're able to distinguish, to be able to easily discern, you know, what messages are yours that's coming from this collective reading, because not every energy that's being picked up is yours, and you don't want to take on energies that are not. But y'all, don't get me wrong, I gained so much truth from so many collective readings, which is why I do them myself as well now. But like, I've been helped in so many ways watching many collective readings and whatnot. But I remember one in particular, you know, one channel in particular I was really connecting with, and it exposed a lot of truths I wasn't even aware of, and eventually became aware of. And I'm like, wow, like, you know, but there came a time where I had to let go of, you know, even watching certain readers, because it keeps me stuck in an energy worrying about like a past love, or, you know, people who are no longer a part of your life. You can stay trapped in that if you're not willing to let go. And Divine Feminine, there's nothing on the reader. It has to do with the viewer. You have to know when to, you know, let go of these energies, not just energetically and being able to watch a video or, you know, whatever, but this is also being able to let go of people energetically in real life. And that makes a big difference. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but some of y'all could really be like codependent on these collective readings, and you know, that's just not the tea, okay? You have to know when to let go. And I think, you know, in a way, these things, even being available to you, teaches you these things as well, Divine Feminine. So I hope I was able to convey that as best as possible. If it comes up again, you know, in the future, I'll discuss it. I'll do the best I can, okay, Divine Feminine? So let's get into this tarot, y'all. What is some energies Divine Feminine needs to be aware of at this time? Wow, we got the 10 of Wands coming out at this time, Divine Feminine. This could be just you taking on a lot of energies that is not yours to deal with, taking on a lot of responsibility. This could even be taking over other people's responsibility. Divine Feminine, it's like you're really trying to hold it together. I think I just saw the 3 of Cups. What is that? What I just saw? Yes, I see the 3 of Cups, Divine Feminine. So with that coming out after this 10 of Wands, this giving me the energy of Divine Feminine. You're taking on the responsibility of trying to keep everybody around you happy. Literally, like I said, some of y'all could be empaths. This is you trying to take on the energy of keeping everybody happy, and it's virtually impossible, Divine Feminine, because look how it has you feeling. Like, this is the result that you want, but this is how you're actually feeling from that. So Divine Feminine, there's some things or some people, some situations, some responsibilities that you've been taking on that you need to let go of, battles that you're fighting that are not meant to be yours. Like, Divine Feminine, you already have your own battles to fight. I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's like you're in a position of where you want, like I said, you want to keep everybody happy. For some of you, others might view you, or you might view yourself as like somewhat of a people pleaser. In a way here, Divine Feminine, it's like trying to keep everybody happy here, but it's like, this is very burdensome, for you, Divine Feminine. This is very, very burdensome, and it's kind of giving me like a feeling of like it's something being unbearable. Even you might look at life like that sometimes because you're taking on so much. So Divine Feminine, yeah, wow, we have the 5 of Wands coming out, Divine Feminine. This is like some kind of constant battle that you're taking on, literally trying to keep everybody happy. And it's like I said, it's burdensome because basically it's impossible to keep everybody happy, because, you know, if one thing makes one person happy, that might contradict what it means to make this other person happy who you're trying to keep happy. So Divine Feminine, it's like you're being pulled in many different ways, fighting battles that are not yours. For some of you, this could be like you in the middle of like conflict with other people. Not necessarily that it's your problem. Like I said, you're taking on issues that are not even yours to deal with, but it's kind of like you're in the middle of something, like being almost in a way, for some of you you could feel like you're being forced to take sides, and it's like you kind of want to just be, you know, kind of, you know, not really even part of it, or you kind of just want to be neutral. But here we have the Justice card. That's about like, that's giving like balance and stuff. So it's like you can't make everybody happy here. So the way I'm seeing this is like, Divine Feminine, you need to take a step back and not necessarily be part of this at all. Like sometimes this might even mean, you know, setting those boundaries, whether it's verbally, you know, letting people know, you know, I'm not gonna take sides. You know, this is your fight, this is not mine. I see no problem with this party, I see no problem with that party. Whatever issues y'all have between each other, you know, that's not my problem to take on. I have my own, you know, troubles, let alone to be sitting around worrying about everybody else's troubles, especially when it's like minuscule stuff or stuff you may not even understand. Divine Feminine, it may not be meant for you to understand. It's just for you to take a step back. You know, if other people don't like it, you know, those parties, you know, that's trying to put you in the middle, and make you choose sides and, you know, whatever. If they're not okay with that, if they can't respect your boundaries, perhaps they are not meant for you to, you know, deal with. Maybe you need to take a step back. Maybe you need to reevaluate your relationship with these particular people at this time, Divine Feminine, because it's not fair for, you know, other people to try to put you in the midst of their drama, especially when it has nothing to do with you. Like you're basically like a fly on the wall, but it's like they want to pull you into it, you know, to make, you know, one person feel better over the other. And Divine Feminine, that's not your job, and you don't have to, especially if you don't feel, you know, you don't feel comfortable with this. You know, let them know. And sometimes it means just taking a step back. You might not have to say nothing, because me, I don't like to talk everything out. But sometimes it's necessary, Divine Feminine, because otherwise people leave things to assumption. But it's not necessarily about choosing sides, Divine Feminine. It's about choosing you right now, because you're taking on burdens of a lot of people, a lot of situations right now. Just and it's like you have your own stuff to worry about, your own things to work on at this time. So it's like you don't even have time to, you know, deal with petty energy. Like this feels like petty energy, very childish. It's kind of making me think even about like one of these situations in my life when I can remember I was probably in like the 6th grade, and I remember I was basically just friends with everybody. I always been pretty neutral, like, you know, I'm just me. I'm just gonna show up, be me, and, you know, at the end of the day, go home and do me, you know, whatever. But I remember it was a clique of girls who, you know, all of a sudden I'm finding out, you know, they don't like this other girl who I was also friends with. I was friends with, you know, everybody. And this group of girls clicked up, and, you know, they didn't like this other girl that I was friends with. And they all came up to me as a group, just totally caught me off guard, and was like, you know, we can't be your friend anymore. We're not going to be your friend anymore because you're friends with so-and-so. And you know what I did? I said, okay. You know, that's your choice. I'm not, you know, I wasn't mad at them. It was what it was. But I'm like, I'm also not going to let somebody bully me or try to influence me in a manipulative way to, you know, make me not be friends with somebody else for reasons I don't understand. Or just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean I have to not like them too. Especially, you know, it literally, whatever beef y'all have, not only am I unaware of it, but it has nothing to do with me. So, you know, that's beef between you all. I don't have to be a part of that or those conversations. And that's when that, you know, that kind of, you know, I was very uncomfortable with that at that time, and it kind of hurt my feelings. But at the end of the day, I had to choose me. Like, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, overdo or overwork myself to try to satisfy everybody else, or I'm not gonna make one person, you know, feel bad just to go with the crowd, or, you know, whatever the case may be. So be true to yourself, Divine Feminine. When it all comes to all, if you're gonna choose any side, pick your side. There's always that third side there, which is yourself. Because like I said, you may not have anything to do with nobody, and it's not fair for somebody to try to put you in that position to choose, you know? So we have the 2 of Pentacles coming out under the 10 of Wands card. So literally, y'all, this is just, I don't know who this reading for, but It's literally you juggling divine feminine. It's like not only are you trying to keep other people happy, but it's like trying to keep yourself happy too. And it's just like there's just no balance in that divine feminine, because it's like there's always gonna be these conflicting things going on that just don't add up. So I feel like, you know, like I said, at the end of the day, divine feminine, you have to choose you instead of trying to make everybody else happy, because at the end of the day, that's exactly what they're going to do as well. They're going to choose them. They're going to do what makes them happy. Take it or leave it. So you have to move in that same energy as well, divine feminine, but more so in a way that protects you and your character and who you are and how you show up in the world, or even how you feel. Because sometimes some of these energies, you know, that you're trying to hold on to, or these energies you're trying to please, are temporary people in your life anyways, or they weren't meant to be in your life in the first place. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but it is what it is. Okay, divine. What is this energy today, y'all? Because like none of this stuff, this energy is coming through strong, divine feminine. I don't know who it is. We got the 10 of Pentacles coming out. Did I show y'all the card? It's the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is falling here under the 3 of Cups. Let's see what that's talking about. I'm kind of getting more so of the energy of this is you, with this 10 of Pentacles coming out under this 3 of Cups. It's like, you know, like I said, moving on from trying to balance and juggle everybody else's energy. I feel like this is you, divine feminine, focusing on yourself at this time. Like for some of you, you probably like, you know, I'm too grown for this, or, you know, I have my own, you know, I have my own responsibilities. Some of you could be parents. You could have your own families. You could be married. For some of you, you could be trying to, you know, get your money up, get your finances together. Some of you could be trying to buy a home right now, or get your own home. Some of you could, I don't know, you have so many other things to focus on that, you know, you're trying to get better. You're trying to better for yourself and your life. Divine feminine, and to be worried about everybody else's drama, especially when it just seems so unnecessary, or just has zero to do with you, divine feminine. And you know, people shouldn't try to pull you into that. So divine feminine, I feel like you're working on yourself at this time. It's like you're not worried about these things, or maybe these, you know, by this being a video on what you need to be aware of, you know, here's a major point for, you know, a major reason for why you shouldn't be bothered with these energies, why you shouldn't, you know, keep, I don't know, why you shouldn't keep you know, dealing with everybody else's drama and their BS, basically, because it's like you have so much of your own things to worry about at this time, things you've been, you know, you have your own goals that you're trying to reach at this time. For some of you, you know, you're trying to get everything together in your life. Like maybe, you know, nothing in your life is where you want it to be, or where it should be, or how you feel it should be, divine feminine. But it's like you have so much other things to work on, or even so much to celebrate, because divine feminine, there are great things coming for you, and you know this, divine feminine. So you have no time to be worried about somebody else's drama, or, you know, negativity, or, you know, people from the past who are not meant to be in your life or your space at this time. It's not your battle to fight, okay? You got your own stuff to worry about. You have so much other things to look forward to. And if, you know, whether these people are meant to be in your life or not, I think, you know, how they show up will prove that. But you don't have to make a choice of, you know, like I said, trying to keep everybody happy, or even, you know, putting yourself in a hole to lift somebody else up, divine feminine. Don't give from a place, you're supposed to give from a place of abundance, not from a place of lack. So I don't know who needs to hear that. This can even be when it comes to allowing people to borrow from you, because I'm seeing some like with borrowing as well. Some of you could have, you know, maybe somebody wants you to lend money to them, But divine feminine, you may not really have it, or it could be all that you have. Don't put yourself in a hole trying to, you know, help or save somebody else. Like, don't give away something that you're not that you can't afford to lose. I would say that, because divine feminine, when I tell y'all, I got a story even for that. For back when I was in college, like when I was pregnant. I think I had just graduated. I gave my last month's rent. I was about to move out my apartment. This was my last month rent. I don't remember if I had just had my baby or I was about to have my baby, but I had all this money saved up to, you know, cover me for the remaining time I had left in school before I graduate, and then, you know, for my apartment before my lease was up. And my child's father came to me one day in a panic, and, you know, he wanted to borrow this substantial amount of money from me, and he promised he would give it back to me within like a week. And, you know, I believed him. And it's like, y'all, at that time, I didn't trust my intuition. When it came to that relationship, I didn't trust my intuition in so many, you know, different scenarios with that same person. But either way, I still gave him the money because he promised me that he would give it back to me within that next week. And I told him, I said, this is my rent money. Like, literally, I cannot afford to lose this. Divine feminine, when I tell you, I had such good credit all that time, and my bills had always been paid. I ended up getting evicted from that apartment, and it went bad on my credit because who didn't pay me back? Never got that money back. Never, you know, it is what it is. But divine feminine, my struggle, my loss is somebody else's gain, because you don't have to, you know, you don't have to relive the same thing that I went through. So I don't know who needs to hear this. This doesn't have to be just romantic partners. This can be anybody, you know, borrowing from you. Some people, you know, they're good for something. I feel like that's where it comes in, even trusting your intuition. But at the end of the day, if you can't afford to give it up, don't, divine feminine, okay? We have the 3 of Wands came out. I had already shuffled, y'all. I was just sitting flipped over in the deck. But we have the 3 of Wands here under the 5 of Wands. What's this talking about? Okay, divine feminine. So this is the way I'm seeing it here, divine feminine. It's like you could be focused on your own stability. You know, like I said, this could be in multiple aspects of your life that you could be working on at this time with these 3 of Wands here. But with this coming out under this 5 of Wands, this is kind of you. I can see you like kind of taking a step back from whatever battles that are being fought in front of you. This could be amongst people that you know, or people who are in your immediate surroundings. This could even be at work, because I know how people will try to pull you in, like they try to click up and stuff. Divine feminine, it's like you're kind of taking a step back. You're setting your boundaries, and it's like knowing you have nothing to do with whatever everybody else has going on, especially when it's negative energy. And it's like you're back here working on your stability, working on you sitting pretty, and you're allowing the energies to come to you that are, that are worthy of, you know, being in your space. It's like this is you being able to set those boundaries. As you can see, sometimes it can be lonely because you're by yourself, because you're not clicking up with everybody else, but it makes a world of difference, divine feminine, as you can see here. This seems like here with this 3 of Wands, this is a place of, you know, it's more peaceful. You're not dealing with other people's problems. And even for some of you, this could be like, I'm thinking about like romantic relationships where, you know, like I said, you can have somebody gaslighting you or something at this time, or lying to you, and you know it's not right, and they're out here doing wrong and creating their own karma. And this is you not being fazed by it, because, you know, this could be even you letting go of these energies or leaving it behind, leaving these people to fight their own battles. Like, especially people who are constantly bringing chaos, like, and they're being the cause of it all the time. Let them face their own battles. That has nothing to do with you, and you don't have to let nobody take you out of your stability as well, divine feminine. And I feel like, you know, listening to your intuition more is gonna, you know, show you more and more of how beneficial that is, divine feminine. So like I said, it could feel like a lonely path sometimes, but you'll get to a place where you realize, like, without these situations and these people in your life, this constant chaos, it's like you're finding, oh, I'm thinking about the new door card. It's like it's like when you're so used to chaos and conflict, sometimes when you leave it, it's kind of like, you know, you're doing something different, like with that new door. But it's like at the same time, divine feminine, once you get more comfortable in this new position that you're in, once you get more comfortable in, you know, being able to experience the quiet, the peace, not arguing, not fussing and fighting all the time, or not being in the middle of somebody else's drama. Or for some of y'all, when it comes to, you know, dating with having these third parties and, you know, other women wanting to have drama with you for, you know, reasons you didn't bring that on. You know, you thought you were in a relationship with somebody who was just for you. And here they are bringing other, you know, females around. It just gets really messy. Divine feminine, for some of y'all, that could be, like I said, it could be relationship stuff coming out here for some of y'all. But it's like once you get comfortable in your peace, divine feminine, that like it's like you sleep different as well, or you just, everything in life just seems more peaceful. You don't have to worry about other people all the time, even when it comes to your finances. Some of y'all could realize that you're saving a lot more now because you're not, you know, paying for somebody else's, you know, mess ups all the time, or, you know, whatever that could be. Even bailing somebody out. I heard that, y'all, like having to bail somebody out. And with the justice card here, for some of y'all, you could have been spending, like, maybe your past significant other, or this could be like a family member or friend who's constantly going to jail, but you're spending your money to get them out all the time, bailing them out, and they always promise to pay you back and they don't. Divine feminine, stop giving your money, especially if these people keep doing the same things. You have to be the change in this situation. You don't have to get pulled into other people's drama all the time. I don't know who needs to hear that, okay? But let's get one more card for clarity here for y'all, divine feminine. This reading is long, but y'all, this is a good one. This reading is different from any reading we've ever done before, so I hope y'all getting this tea, divine feminine. Listen to your intuition, okay? We have the Emperor. Wow, divine feminine. So this is a divine masculine energy coming out here. But the way I'm seeing it, it's not necessarily like another person here. This, like, for you to be okay, it's coming to me though, because I'll go ahead and address that. I was trying to, you know, skip around it or whatever because I see other ways too. But first, this energy really wants to come through. For what energies you need to be aware of at this time, divine feminine. When I was talking about like the ex and stuff, you needed to let that go and finding your peace and let go of the drama, because not for some of you, divine feminine, who are looking for a divine masculine to come in. The Emperor is the divine masculine, so this could be your justice for what you went through in the past. But divine feminine, if you're not, you know, if you're still carrying that energy of drama and, you know, being in the midst, the Emperor is a boss figure. They don't deal with that kind of energy, that kind of, you know, they don't deal with that messy stuff. They're not messy, and they don't expect, you know, their divine feminine to be messy as well. So for some of you, you have to leave some of those old bad habits behind. You have to leave those old bad habits behind that you are so used to, or that, you know, you've grown accustomed to. So like I said, for some of y'all, you could be in this season of just standing alone in a way, not really being bothered with too many people or other energies, because you're focusing on yourself and your own peace here. And I feel like divine feminine, that's what it's not only, you know, manifesting your divine masculine to come in. My watch just buzzed. I think that confirmed, there was confirmation there. But this person is not gonna, you know, this person doesn't stand for those kind of things, and they won't tolerate it. So divine feminine, you have to free yourself and free your energy of these kind of toxic energies that some of you could have grown accustomed to. You know, you're so used to it, or, you know, it has you in a certain mindset. Leaving that behind, because justice is coming for you here, divine feminine. But for some of you, where love is just, you know, you ain't stunned that, you don't want that no more. But first of all, be careful, because A lot of times, this happens very often when you least expect it is when this love comes in. So Divine Feminine, if that is something that you want deep down, be open to it, Divine Feminine. But other than love here, what I'm also seeing here is Divine Feminine. This is you finally, this could be you also operating in your masculine energy in a way that you're taking action. You're being about your business, and it's like you're not standing, you're not standing for, people pulling you into their drama all the time, or you having to take on other people's problems and stuff. Because Divine Feminine, I told you, you got your own problems to worry about. You got your own stuff to worry about. You have your own, goals and, responsibilities, that require your attention. Why are you giving it to other people who, don't fit, that are not in alignment with your path? I'll say that. Others that are not in alignment with your path. So, yes, Divine Feminine, let's, I think we're going to go ahead and try to close this reading out. I'm going to use I think it's like the Oracle of the Fairies deck. I haven't used this deck in a while, y'all. I already pre-shuffled. But we're just going to get any closing thoughts of words of wisdom from the, from the fairies, from the fae. We have moon energy. It says, surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. Trust in your intuition, Divine Feminine. It should feel natural. You shouldn't be going against the grain, especially if it feels uncomfortable or, whatever. Sometimes you got to step away from the energies. It says, if you're feeling confused, the fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Yes, Divine Feminine, peace of mind is possible. You don't have to stay stuck in this energy of, constant chaos, especially with, like I said, won't have nothing to do with you. It's these other people and their stuff that they have going on. Go let those people deal with their problems, and you deal with your own. You can find your peace, by eliminating, certain people from your life. And, like I said, some people were never meant to be in your life in the first place. And then there are some that were meant to for a season. You don't have to keep trying to people please these people, because what are they doing for you at the end of the day other than take, okay, Divine Feminine? So the fairies are here to remind you that peace is possible, okay? And if you don't believe in fairies, you can at least believe that, you can believe in your peace. Believing that peace is possible for you, okay, Divine Feminine? You don't have to stay stuck in this. Like we had that first card that said new door. So literally there's another way of life. There's another way of being. You don't have to, stay where you are, how you are, experiencing what you are experiencing. There are some things that are within your control. And Divine Feminine, your intuition is yelling at you quite loudly. You just have to be open to hear it, okay, Divine Feminine? But not only being open to hear it, but getting that divine masculine energy and taking action and being about your business, okay, Divine Feminine? All right, what else does the Divine Feminine need to know at this time? What further advice can we give Divine Feminine? All right, y'all, we're gonna take these last two and then we're gonna go. We have stargazing. It says, when you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. So Divine Feminine, for some of you, this is about even just spending some time alone, giving yourself some headspace in a way that you're not being overly influenced by others. So sometimes you need to take a step back. This could be just giving yourself some alone time to really just pay attention to whatever your intuition is trying to tell you. Like I said, some of y'all, your intuition is screaming at you right now. I remember before I even knew what intuition was, I remember just having this knowing, just like, even when, you know, the ex was lying to my face and I was asking very specific questions about things I mean, I don't know how else I would have known other than my intuition. And this person would still lie to me. And guess what? I believe, and it's because I wanted to believe them, I did. Even though everything else in me was telling me, you know, red flag, red flag, red flag. I kept it on green and kept going anyways. And where did that lead me? That's a story for another time, because at the end of the day, I mean, I'm here where I am now and I have more wisdom than I once did before. Never again. Okay, I remember telling that person there will never be another you, and there won't. It might be some other kind of, you know, issues, situations might come along that I've never, you know, dealt with before, but there will never be another one of that person. That's one thing I do know, okay, Divine Feminine. So trust your intuition at this time. Don't let my mistakes be your mistakes. And even not even just that, learn from your own mistakes as well, Divine Feminine. But trust your intuition. Like, I don't know how else to, you know, tell y'all. I wish I understood more about intuition, you know, then than I do now. But like I said, we're not going to worry about that, because it got me to where I am now. And I'm grateful for, you know, who I am today, the things that I know and understand today, and all that I've overcome. Even when it was hard, I wasn't thankful for it then, but I am now. Okay, Divine Feminine. And we have celebration. Turn up. It says, get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. And y'all, we had that 3 of Cups card came out. And then under that, we had that 10 of Pentacles. Okay, y'all. So y'all Divine Masculine might be coming in, okay? Y'all see this here? Some of y'all could be going on a date or something. I don't know. That's confirmation. Because why I get choked up on that? It says, get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. So like I said, some of y'all might get a little invite out. You might get a date or whatever. Some of y'all could be going out with some friends. It don't have to be, you know, super serious or nothing. But either way, Divine Feminine, this is telling you to get out there and also live your life. You don't have to stay attached to this chaos, to this negativity, okay? So that's the reading that I have for y'all today. I'm a little hyped for some reason. I think because it's Friday and I'm off of work, but I wanted to come in and see my babies today, my Divine Feminine. So I hope y'all enjoyed this reading. I hope it helped whoever it needs to help at this time. Divine Feminine, I'm praying for you, okay? Sending you plenty of love and light. Just giving a dash of love, okay? But yeah, anything y'all might need from me, maybe not, will be in the description box below. And until next time, bye.